Okay, this first video is to show you how to create your digital version of your storyboard. So you know, here in Google Classroom, you can hand in your storyboard. I have a few students who have already done that, just a couple of quick examples, and you can see them there. So be sure to turn it in on Google Classroom. Once you've turned it in, and this is just a quick example, right? Okay, so here's what yours will look like. I am then going to set up a file for you. The file that I set up for you will be placed in your folder. The folder will look very much like this. And so inside your folder, I'm going to put a folder that says your name and project 1, and inside that folder I'm going to put the storyboard that I take an image of. After we go over the story together, I'll take that and put it in your folder. Okay, then I'm going to set up a file that's an AI file, an Adobe Illustrator file. And it's going to look like this. What this looks like when it's open, it's going to look like this. If I, on my keyboard, do fit on screen, which is Command 0, fit artboard in window, it'll look like this. It's just the first frame of your work. The rest of your animation, the rest of your other frames, your other 8 frames, they do exist here. If I zoom out, if I do Command and minus and zoom out, they are in fact there. Okay, just want you to see that. So I'm going to do Command 0 again, and boom, there it is for you. I set up these layers for you on purpose. I'll explain it a little bit to you once I do it for you, after you give me your storyboard to scan. What I want you to do then, so I'm going to just set up one real quick for you here. I'm going to go to File and New. I'm going to go to the Web option up top. I'm then going to go to the common size here, which is 1366 by 768, and hit Create. You'll see a white box, basically a frame, that gets put there. From there, what I do is I go to File. I will do this for you. I just want you to see it in action. And then I'm going to use this one I have on my desktop for now, so yours is a tiny bit different, but the idea is I'm going to use this one just to show you, and I'm going to hit place. So once it comes in, I'm going to drop it here for you, and then I'm going to resize this to match up with that window of the frame we created, basically. So it's going to be like about that size. I will also dim down the image so you can kind of see through it, and it's much lighter, kind of like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Layers panel, which is this little option here. Lock it so it doesn't move. Double click, call it OG Storyboard, so you know and I know what that is. Then you're going to create new layers on top. So for example, this first frame that we're looking at here is just the close-up of the driver's face, or the motorcycle guy's face, right? So we're going to double click this, and you can give all your characters and all your layers names. So after you give it a name, just drop it in here. Just call it like, you can call it man, you can give him a name, you can call him Bob, I don't care what you do. And once you do that, stay on that layer. You are then going to just go over to your toolbar here on the left-hand side. I want you to use the blob brush. We're going to keep it simple. So grab the blob brush, go down to the bottom where your colors are, do black and white as your color. You'll notice when you click and drag, it'll kind of smooth out your line. If you use the bracket keys on your keyboard, you can make it larger. So it does this kind of thing, so it becomes a larger piece, or smaller. You're going to go over to this, and you're going to begin to draw. Anything that you want to move, you can put on a separate layer. So if you wanted the background to move around a bit, but him not so much, anything can be separated just by creating new layers, hitting that little Create New Layer button, and beginning to draw. So this is the first stage of things. We're just doing the black outline like you see me here. I can zoom in as much as possible to continue working on this. So get all the detail that you can on here. Do some thicks and thins of the line. When you draw with this tool, it automatically merges the pieces together, and when you're ready for color, we'll do that in the next video. But again, anything that's going to move, so when I want to do the background, just as the last example, I would hit that plus sign again right here, create a background layer, move that background layer underneath, and then I can create things on that background layer like those lines. Or I could even go to this tool here and just create some kind of like a rectangle and put that behind everything. And then I can color that any which color that I would like. I'd make it a little bit bigger than the artboard, color it whatever color you'd like it to be, and then that goes behind, because over here you'll notice that it is underneath. Okay, any other questions from there, you let me know, but that's going to be the beginning portion of basically outlining your different frames. This one I'm going to save as frame 1 to your folder, and then you'll have different files for each frame that you have, a total of 9.